What is currently in its golden age, but not enough people know about it? Board games have been having a great run for the past 10 years, tons of amazing games coming out every year. Paleontology. So much tech bringing new stuff to light. Home TVs. The sort of hardware you can get for even $300 is absolutely absurd compared to what the 1980s through 2000s knew. Keyboards, both synthesizers and mechanical. It's possible to get a synth that sounds identical to a $5,000 Mini Moog for $200 and a decent mechanical keyboard for less than that. Astronomy is currently experiencing a golden age. It has changed radically in the last 30-ish years. Think on this: if you are 30 plus years old, you were born into a world that wasn't sure if planetary systems were rare or common. We now know that nearly all stars are likely to have planets. We know of 5,000 plus exoplanets. Mars was not considered a place we could find signs of life by most. The generation of spacecraft exploring Mars since the year 2000 changed that. Now some argue that discovering signs of past life on Mars is a matter of when, not if. We found multiple worlds in our solar system with liquid water oceans. This is just scratching the surface. New technologies like JWST promise to keep the momentum for the foreseeable future. Well, it's already over now, but most content on the internet being made by humans. I'll really miss the internet from 2000 to +/2020. There was way less info back then. But damn, it was better quality. Now it's 90% ads. Podcasts, long-form storytelling, interviews, investigative journalism on so many topics, new and old. Great form of education, entertainment, and everything in between. Batteries. From needing a plethora C&D batteries or a power adapter for nearly anything that couldn't fit in your pocket, which needed several AA/AAAS2, no more than 20 years ago, to earbuds that last days with batteries the size of a Tic Tac, or even cars that can go hundreds of miles on battery power alone. Honestly, don't think it's given enough credit how far we've come in the past 20 years with energy storage. Unfortunately, scams. Technology has made it easy and cheap to pull off. People are lonelier, and mental health concerns sometimes make people more vulnerable to these scams. And finally, the archaic law enforcement structure isn't set up to go after them, so there's virtually no punishment for doing it. Watch out, fam. Information. Never before have we had such a vast amount of information freely available to us, and so easy as well. We just need to make sure we keep it that way. Horror movies. They suddenly got way better around 10 years ago when movies like It Follows, The Witch, and The Babadook came out. Not something you'd notice if you're not into the genre. Edit, just to clarify, I mean they suddenly got way better than 90s/00s horror. I'd also consider the 80s a golden age for the genre as well. The 70s definitely had its heavy hitters too, but nothing in terms the sheer numbers you see in the 80s and the last 10 years. Beer. The craft beer explosion started in the late 90s, and we have probably reached the peak at this point. Yes, a lot of people will complain about the over-availability of IPAs. But there have never been more breweries, and there has never been more variety, and there has never been such good quality. And we're still in the phase where there are decent local independently owned beer. The corporations are putting up a good fight though. Seriously. Music. I'm not saying the average quality of mainstream music has gone up. But there is now so much choice of stuff to enjoy in every genre and subgenre that it's almost impossible not to find things you like. While the average quality hasn't gone up, the quantity largely has, therefore the absolute quantity of quality music has gone up, which is all that matters because you don't listen to everything anyway. Cooking. I'm 30 now, and it's so easy to find amazing recipes, good cooking supplies, and with so much information I can save money on food in so many ways. Literally YouTube is teaching me to make so many great things. Genetics. Now that we have a variety of very powerful sequencing technologies, combined with equally powerful analysis tools, the amount of information we can glean from a tiny sample is incredible. Meanwhile, techniques like CRISPR have opened a lot of doors for precision genome editing, and this is even being implemented in some treatments for genetic conditions. I hope we continue in this trajectory, but if they become more common, it is likely inevitable that some will see an opportunity to abuse them. Internet. I believe it will be regulated more and more. I even think we're in the end of the golden age, and soon you'll have to pay for specific service like YouTube. We can thank VPN for protecting us from this kind of nonsense. But in due time, companies will do to the internet what they did to the mobile gaming. Because, yes, mobile gaming used to be good. I remember vividly of having great game, pay it once and play it as much as you want, that were good. Look what mobile gaming become. They'll try to turn everything into this kind of money-sucking machine. Technology. One think. I think a combination of public distrust of things like AI and the fact that the next generation is near incompetent with computers is going to slow down progress for a while, at least in the tech/computer field. A welcome change, really. Indie games by small or relatively small studios. A combination of easy-to-learn game engines and AAA studios shitting the bed has led to this explosion of quality in the indie studios of the game industry. It's amazing to see the greedy publishers keep failing, and the small studios get recognition for their passion and care. Obituaries. Many ordinary people now have extraordinarily detailed obituaries. In decades past, most obituaries only gave basic information about death, survivors, and funeral plans, perhaps some biographical details, but obituaries of decades ago were not nearly as thorough as obituaries written and published today and over the past decade or so. A well-written obituary will allow the dead to live on in memory and in the minds of generations yet to be born. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like and subscribe for more.